most, no one likes to spend a lot of time cleaning. Most certainly not I. I've been in the cleaning industry since 2006, and to this day, I still struggle with finding a ton of joy in cleaning. So I always like to look for ways to clean faster and more efficiently, and that's exactly what I'm going to talk about in this video. I've got 6 cleaning secrets for you. I'm going to be talking about the best cleaning tools and practices to use, as well as some cleaning hotspots that you might not be covering. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to clean faster and more efficiently. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to the Clean My Space channel. And I just wanted to let you know that this video is brought to you by our sister company, Makers Clean, where we sell our premium microfiber cleaning tools and so much more. If you've ever gone on a dance floor and feel like you dance with 2 left feet, that's kind of how somebody who is an inexperienced cleaner might feel when they tackle a room. And that's because they just don't have their moves down. So as someone who's been cleaning for a while, I can tell you, there are some things that you can do that will literally cut your cleaning time in half. The first one is to clean top to bottom and left to right. And you always clean your way out of a room instead of backing your way into a corner. By simply changing your mindset and reminding yourself, I pick a starting point, I start at the top, I work my way to the bottom, and I work my way around the room, you will not miss anything, and you will not have to re-clean anything that's fallen on a lower surface after you've cleaned a higher one. That you've got to start doing. The second thing is using the S pattern. Now, I have met so many people over the years of doing this whole Clean My Space thing, and they will say, Melissa, you changed the way I clean just because of that S pattern. The S pattern, if you don't know, is that cool little thing that you do when you're cleaning a horizontal or a vertical surface. It allows you to cover the entire surface area using the most efficient moves. So you're not wasting energy, you're not wasting time, and you're not making a clean surface dirty again by using a circular pattern. We have so many more cleaning techniques that you can explore. I'll link some videos for you down below. But once you understand these cleaning techniques, your cleaning time gets cut and your results are better. When a cleaning professional is trained to go in and clean a home, remember, they're approaching that home with a fresh set of eyes. The person who's living in that home, they're used to seeing their own stuff, so they stop tuning into it. Whereas a professional, when they walk in, boom, they know exactly what to look for and they tackle it. And that is often why a house, after it's been cleaned professionally, just has that extra shine to it, because someone was attending to those areas that when you are doing your regular cleaning, you're just kind of skipping over because they're not such a big deal. And by the way, I'm going to give you a few now, but let me know in the comments down below if you want to see a whole video on cleaning hotspots. So some of these hotspots include those areas up in the corners, okay, like the ceilings. That's where you get cobwebs, that's where you get dust. Areas around light fixtures, ledges on top of door frames, or even ledges on top of electrical outlets. Light switch plates are a point of contact, but they're also a cleaning hotspot. They look dirty and they harbor bacteria. So there are a lot of different things that you can pay attention to in terms of those cleaning hotspots. And again, let me know in the comments down below if you want to see a whole video on that. When you approach a cleaning job, I always say you have to know 3 things: the products to use, the tools to use, and the techniques to use. I'm going to talk right now about the tools, because what I see a lot of people struggle with, whether it's someone who we're training or one of you, I see that sometimes you can't do the job the way you need to do the job simply because you're not using the right tool. I've been there. I used to use the wrong tools. I would scrub, I'd get frustrated. I'd be like, why isn't this working? And then once I actually figured out why I was using the wrong tool, it made all kinds of sense. When you use the right tool, you can get the job done quickly and easily. When we leave a client's home, they not only expect it to look clean, they expect it to smell clean. Now, what a clean home smells like varies from person to person. We know what we generally want it to smell like, and we know what we don't want it to smell like. Now, I think smell is a really good clue, because if your house doesn't smell great, it means that there's something going on. Maybe your fabric needs to be refreshed, or there was an accident that happened on there. If you have like a rotting smell coming from a part of your home, you have to act like a police dog and you really need to sniff around and figure out what's going on so you can find the source of that odor, deal with it, and get rid of it. Because once you do, your house will actually start to smell a lot better. Point is, use your nose, figure out the problem, and make it right. Dirty cleaning tools are getting you nowhere fast. So if you look around the house and you see that you have a dirty cleaning toothbrush, but you're trying to use that to clean something, or the beater bar on your vacuum is clogged, you have to work overtime just because your tools aren't clean. So the thing to do here is to make sure that your cleaning tools are cleaned and maintained. It's actually easier than it sounds. It's something you can just tack on to the back end of a cleaning task. So once you're done, just quickly maintain the tool, put it away for next time, and that way when you grab it, it's ready to go, and it will actually help you clean something instead of perhaps making it a little dirty or costing you more in terms of work. There are two kinds of people when it comes to cleaning. There are people who just love to marathon and do a full big cleaning all the time. And then there are people, more like me, who are just like, I do not want to do that, and I will do whatever I have to do to not do that for as long as possible. So I'm in that camp. And what that means is I practice a lot of preventative maintenance when I go through the house. That means essentially I'm doing a lot of little jobs to avoid having to do the big jobs. So what are those little jobs? Vacuuming. One of my least favorite cleaning tasks, but one of the most important, truly, because it keeps crumbs and dust out of the house. Next, dishes. We make sure that the dishwasher is unloaded so that we can always put dishes back in there. That way the sink doesn't pile up. As I always say, dishes are the bottleneck of the kitchen, and if your dishwasher is not unloaded, or if you hand wash your dishes, if you leave your dishes to pile up in your sink, that's the bottleneck. That's where the mess begins. Some other little things, I always talk about your hands being full when you leave a room. If I'm leaving this room, for example, and I'm going into my kitchen, which is just behind me, I'll take a glass, a plate, anything that I know has to go to the kitchen, because that avoids the buildup of clutter. Do you see where I'm going with this? The more things that you can do just as you're moving throughout your day to keep your house a little bit tidier is going to avoid you having to spend tons of time doing big cleanings later. Oh, another one that I do every day, I squeegee the shower. I talked about this for years and I was like, oh, that's so annoying. And then when we moved into this house and we had a big glass panel in the shower, there was no way I wasn't using the squeegee every day, because I knew if we didn't squeegee the shower after each use, it would be a huge cleaning job. So eventually you have to pay the piper. Either you squeegee every day or you do a big scrub down once a month. So now you've got 6 different ways that you can clean faster and more efficiently. These are pro tips that are really going to make a difference when it comes to getting those results. And that brings me to this week's cleaning question, which is, if you could pick only one cleaning product to have at home and use every single day for the rest of your life, what would that cleaning product be? For me, I will tell you right now, it's dish soap. That thing is so versatile, I can clean so much with just dish soap. But I'd love to know what yours is in the comments down below. If you're not already a subscriber to our newsletter, The Dirty Dish, I highly recommend it. Yes, that's biased, but I'm still gonna recommend it. It's a hilarious cleaning newsletter, chock full of good information and links to the products that I absolutely love. There's a link to the newsletter down below. And if you love what we do here at Clean My Space, consider becoming a member. You know what's not nice? Having a mold problem at home. And if that's a problem for you, I've got a video all about how to deal with mold at home. You can check it out right over here. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe to the Clean My Space channel. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.